Introduction to Coin. Hey coin market insiders, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into two of the most talked about South African small coins from the King George VI era, the 1951 and 1952 1/4 penny, farthing, coins. These tiny bronze coins might look ordinary, but online rumors have inflated their values to unbelievable levels, including claims of millions of dollars. First, we'll focus on the 1951 South Africa 1/4 penny, also known as the George VI farthing. There's a crazy number floating around, $3,511,000 attached to this coin. But is that real, or just a misread mintage number? We're going to break down the history, specs, rarity, and real market prices, so you know exactly what collectors should expect. And stay tuned. After we go through the 1951 coin in detail, we'll also cover the 1952 South Africa 1/4 penny. Many collectors confuse it with the 1951, so we'll see how it compares in rarity, value, and collectability. So if you're a coin collector, investor, or just love uncovering the truth behind viral coin stories, you're in the right place. Let's start with the 1951 coin. This keeps your full 1951 details intact right after the intro, while giving a nice teaser for 1952 at the end. One of the rarest coins in the world, the 1/4 penny from South Africa, dated 1951. Believe it or not, this tiny coin could fetch a jaw-dropping $3.5 million. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why collectors and investors are going crazy over this miniature treasure. Historical background. The 1951 1/4 penny hails from a fascinating era in South African history. Post-World War II, South Africa was under the Union government, and coins were still being minted in limited quantities due to economic restrictions. The 1/4 penny was a small denomination, used in everyday life, making it a common coin for most South Africans, except this rare variety. The rarity comes from a very limited mintage and a specific minting anomaly, which we'll explore in just a moment. Imagine, a coin that was once just pocket change, now worth over $3.5 million. Coin specifications. Let's get technical. The 1/4 penny 1951 was struck in bronze, weighing just a few grams, with a diameter of around 15.5 millimeters. On the obverse, you'll find the portrait of King George VI, the British monarch at the time, with the inscription, George VI Rex. Flip it over, and the reverse features the iconic springbok antelope, a symbol synonymous with South African coinage. But what makes this coin truly exceptional isn't just its design, it's the extremely low surviving population of flawless specimens, which is what drives its astronomical market value today. Why it's so valuable? So why is this coin valued at $3,511,000? Here's the breakdown. 1. Scarcity. Only a handful of coins in pristine condition exist in the world. Most circulated examples are heavily worn. 2. Condition. Coins graded MS65 or higher by top grading authorities like PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare. 3. Historical significance. Coins from this era are the last of the pre-decimal South African currency, making them essential for serious collectors. 4. Collector demand. International demand is skyrocketing, especially from investors in the US, Europe, and Asia. In short, it's a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and global collector interest that sends the price into the millions. How to identify authentic coins? When buying this coin, authenticity is everything. Look for sharp details on the king's portrait, clear, well-defined springbok on the reverse, correct weight and diameter, professional grading certificate. Avoid any coin that looks too worn or cheap. For a coin of this value, even minor imperfections can drastically affect its price. The 1951 1/4 penny has smashed records at auctions worldwide. A top-grade example sold for $3.5 million at a prestigious London auction, proving that even the smallest coin can command monumental prices. Experts predict that as interest from Asia and Europe grows, these coins could become even more valuable. For investors, coins like this aren't just collectibles, they're tangible assets with historical, numismatic, and financial significance. Montage of coins, collectors, and auction hauls. Soft dramatic music fades in. So there you have it, the 1/4 penny 1951 from South Africa. Which coin should we uncover next? 1952 coin. Because second coin, South African coin, the 1952 1/4 penny, also known as the farthing. We'll explore what makes it special, how much it's worth today, and tips every collector should know before buying or selling. Coin overview. The 1952 South Africa 1/4 penny, often called a farthing, was issued during the last year of King George VI's reign. It's catalogued as KM #32.2 in world coin catalogs and struck in bronze. Here are the key specs: face value, 1/4 penny or farthing composition, bronze weight, approximately 2.7 to 2.83 grams diameter, 20.2-20.5 mm. Mintage, 2,805,000 coins produced in 1952. This coin was circulated as everyday money in South Africa before decimalization in 1961. Because of its age and historical context, it's both a collector favorite and a nice piece of numismatic history. Historical background. Let's briefly touch on history. South Africa in the 1950s was still part of the British Commonwealth, and coins bore the portrait of King George VI, making the 1952 coin the final year for his design on this denomination before Queen Elizabeth II took over. This means subtle variations and historical context can affect collector interest, especially for people building George VI series collections. Market value. Now for the big question, what is it worth? According to coin price guides and recent market listings, in typical circulated condition, average collector grade, most examples trade for about $1 to $10 online and through marketplaces. More appealing listings, from vendor sites, show prices from around $7 to $34 depending on condition and seller. Even certified coins in proof or high grades can fetch more. For example, a proof 66 graded coin recently listed near $90 on eBay. But these values aren't set in stone. Markets fluctuate based on demand, grade, and rarity in specific condition types. Grade and condition. Impact. Condition is everything in coin collecting. Let's break down how grading affects value: good, G, to very fine, VF, lower end pricing, often collectible but common range. Extremely fine, XF, to about uncirculated, AU, mid-range prices. Mint state, MS, grades, higher value, particularly if certification by PCGS/NGC. Proofs, rare and typically the top end of the market. So, a well-preserved, certified coin can drastically outperform a worn example in value. Rare and special varieties. Collectors should also be on the lookout for notable varieties. Proof coins from 1952 are rarer than regular strike examples. Coins with eye appeal, strong detail, and original surfaces consistently draw premiums. Even slight errors or unusual toning can attract specialist collectors willing to pay more tips for buyers and sellers. If you're buying, always ask for close photos, especially the obverse and reverse. Confirm if the coin is certified or graded. Compare multiple listings to understand fair pricing. If you're selling, consider professional grading. It can increase final sale value. List condition honestly to build trust and avoid returns. So there you have it, the 1952 South Africa 1/4 penny may not be the most expensive coin in the world, but for collectors focused on British Commonwealth or South African history, it's a delightful and affordable addition. Thanks for watching Coin Market Insider. Hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell if you want more coin evaluations and market insights. Drop in the comments what coin we should value next.